Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Wednesday. We are halfway through the week. The biggest thing that we really need to kind of just pay attention to, like it's not even a concern or anything like that. Just paying attention to Mercury trining Neptune right now. It's just sort of like making really, really important decisions right now for your life is probably not a good. Plus, the moon is void. It's in Taurus as it moves into Gemini. When the moon is void, it just sort of means that it's wandering between the last kind of big relationship aspect to another planet, and then it sort of wanders away and then moves into the next sign. So, but when the moon is void, it's not that I don't think that you should make decisions, because obviously you have to go to work, you have to be able to do things, right? You have to be responsible. And the moon is still in Taurus, and that is extremely responsible, right? But if you feel like you're trying to you feel like, oh my gosh, I have this big decision to make and I don't know what to do, and you're feeling really, really confused and you're sort of like, I'm not really sure, today's probably not the day for you to make that decision. So if it's something that can be put off until tomorrow, I would highly suggest that. Maybe even Friday, if you can. But that's really the only thing. I got a really interesting email from my youngest son's teacher. He's 6. He's in kindergarten. Sweetest little boy. Very, very, very hard-headed. Has very strong will. Like the kid is going to start a revolution. Seriously. And he has so much fixed energy. He's a Leo sun, he's an Aquarius rising, and a Scorpio moon. And he has so much Scorpio in his chart. And he's really he has an extremely big heart. But man, when he gets his idea and his mindset on something in his life, or like something that he has to do, there is no changing it, right? Well, he said some pretty bad words yesterday. And I know it's not funny. And I'm pretty sure he didn't hear it from me, because I would never say something like, I'm not going to repeat it, but I wouldn't really say something. So I'm thinking that maybe he heard it on like TV, maybe at his dad's house. Who knows, right? Maybe his dad was having a phone conversation with somebody and didn't realize that Jack was listening, right? So I have to go see his teacher today. And it still feels like I'm being called into the principal's office, even though I know I didn't do anything wrong, even though I know that all of us are on the same page and like nobody is throwing anybody under the bus or anything like that. Like, I don't blame his dad. He's a kid. He's 6, right? He's going to hear things and he's going to repeat it. But it's the way that the teacher said that he acted when he said it. Like, he thought it was really funny. And it was not a nice thing to say. And I was just like, that kid, he's going to be somebody where he's just going to say things and do things. And I know that right now is a time in his life where he's really asserting his independence. Like, he's learning a lot, and he's always been a little bit behind in schedule, like learning schedule and stuff like that, than other kids, because he is going to do it in his own time. And if he's not ready to do it, he's not going to do it. And that's just the way it is with Jack, right? I mean, obviously there are some things that don't go by his schedule, but like he was a late walker and he was a late talker anyway. So I just thought it was really funny, and I thought I would share that with you guys, because it showed me just like how much we learn from our children. Like, I've raised 2 boys, and yet I'm still learning how to raise this one too, because he's so different than the other 2. Anyway, thought I would share a funny little anecdote story about my life, because that's really been something that's been consuming my energy all morning. And I'm just like, man, like craziness, right? A lot of things are changing right now. A lot of things are transitioning. And I think that this is all for the betterment of our journey and where we're going. But if you're feeling the pressure of the change, I really sort of want you to take a step back and allow yourself to see things in a different kind of way, because the universe isn't in the business of wanting you to be miserable. Like, that's not the plan. That's not the ultimate plan for you to be miserable, right? So we have the star and we have the death card. And the sun has been square Pluto for about a week or so, and that we're still kind of dealing with that energy, but it's becoming very, very apparent where certain patterns in our lives have to change. And certain things, you know, have to fall away. And it might be painful. Ten of Swords. It might be painful. It might be something where you know, or you've been feeling that this change has to come on for a while. And in your mind, because the Ten of Swords for me is going to the worst possible case scenario. For some of you, this means that the worst is over. That the change and transition and all of the things that you feel like have been holding you back, like the hardest parts of that are over, and things are going to get much lighter and airier and easier as we move along a little bit. But that Ten of Swords can also be going to the worst possible case scenario. So when I say that, I mean, like when somebody tells you they're going to text you when they get somewhere and they don't text you, so you immediately think they're dead in a ditch on the side of the road, right? Virgos are very famous for doing that in their mind. Like, they will literally go to the worst before anything else, right? But I think the reason why this Ten of Swords, this death card and Ten of Swords has to happen is because you're tired of fighting. You don't want to be in defense mode anymore. You don't want to constantly be fighting for something that doesn't bring you meaning or doesn't bring you a deep soul, what am I trying to say? A deep soul, calming peace, right? Nine of Wands, Knight of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. I did forget to say in the beginning, because I was so wrapped up in the story, that I have released a few 10-minute readings. So like one question, 10-minute readings for $30. I have a few of those released, and I'll be completing those this weekend. If you want to get a quick question answered, now is the time to do it. Just thought I'd let y'all know. If you're not even sure what you want yet, but you know something needs to change, right? Like, you don't even know how it's going to work out, but you know something needs to change because you're tired of fighting. That's what this reading feels like. You know that something has to change. You're not sure with the Knight of Wands. It's like, I don't really know what decision to make here, but I know that I want something better. I mean, we have the Star and the Nine of Cups. There's definitely a wish here, but if you're not sure what it is that you're searching for, it's time to get centered within yourself. And that's one of the things that we talk about with the self-alignment workshop that I'm doing. And we also work on that on the meditations weekly. So if you don't want to get a reading, but you're struggling with getting answers for yourself, you know, I made this workshop and these meditations inexpensive so that everybody can have access to it for that reason. Because I want to teach you how to find these answers that you need in your life, but on your own. You know what I mean? Because like, not everybody has not everybody has tarot cards or a tarot reader on cue to like call and find out or whatever, right? Not everybody has a psychic medium to figure it out. You have to be your own intuitive guide. And if you're sitting here flailing and you're like, I know that something has to change, Betsy, I get it, I know what it is, I'm just not entirely sure what that is or how to go about it yet, That's what the workshops, that's what the meditations really help us do. If you ever get a personal reading from me, the first thing I'm going to say to you when you're like, I don't know how to get the answers to this, or I don't know what I'm doing here, I'm going to ask you if you're meditating. And if you don't know how to meditate, let me help. That's all I'm here to do is help, right? So we have the 5 of Wands and the Star. That sounded really pushy. I'm not pushing you guys into doing anything. I'm just saying that I see a lot of answers, or I see a lot of questions in the comments and stuff that'll be like, I'm just struggling. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I don't know what change needs to be made. And that's when I want to look at you and be like, let me help you. You know, I know there's a struggle here, right? There's a struggle to find your purpose. There's a struggle to find out what you're supposed to be doing. There's a struggle to get to that recognition of allowing yourself to balance out and heal, right? And that struggle is probably more with yourself than it is with anybody else. So then we have the Death card on the Ace of Swords. You're aware that the change has to happen. That Ace of Swords on this Death card is like, it's kind of like that aha moment that's sort of a duh moment at the same time. Like, oh my God, I always knew that that's the direct, like that's what I had to do. But then after you figure out what needs to change, sometimes the hardest part is allowing yourself to have that change. Doing something to make the change happen, right? 10 of Swords. Yeah. And sometimes things have to end in order for them to begin. You have got to release certain aspects of yourself, of your life. Maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's an idea, maybe it is, and it probably is an idea, that 10 of Swords. And a lot of times that 10 of Swords idea is that you're not good enough, or you can't do this, or you can't do that, right? The Wheel of Fortune is saying it's time to change that perspective. It's time to shift the energy and getting out of fight mode. Like, why are you wasting your energy by fighting for the past, by fighting for things that you cannot change, right? By fighting for a soulmate energy that's probably just karmic and really wants to just teach you a lesson. Because a lot of people will say, but Betsy, we have such a strong connection. Yeah? That's fantastic. How does he treat you? How do they treat you? I said this yesterday. We have such a strong connection. Yeah? How are they treating you? Are you fighting for something where someone is not treating you with the utmost respect, but, oh no, he'll change. They'll change. Really? I feel like with the King of Cups, see, this King of Cups keeps on showing up, and I think that this is the emotional capacity that we have right now. We have a lot of emotions, but we're not entirely sure where to place our energies within those emotions or what exactly to do with them, right? And that King of Cups is somebody who holds a lot of emotions, and sometimes he makes decisions based on his emotions and not his logical side. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but sometimes you have to allow yourself to be emotional in situations, right? And with this 9 of Cups, yeah, there's definitely a sense of, I'm not entirely sure what direction I'm going in right now. I'm not entirely sure what it is that I want to manifest. I just know that something needs to change. And that's okay. If you're not 100% sure what it is that you're trying to manifest, all you have to do is allow yourself to go through the lessons and go through the change. And face it head on, you know? Plant the seeds of the intentions that you want to set, and then take the steps forward, the natural steps forward, right? Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is about building, right? Allowing yourself to build naturally. Okay? It doesn't have to be a Ten of Swords moment for you. It doesn't have to be so devastating, you know, that you feel like there's nothing else there for me. But I don't want you to fight with yourself anymore. Okay? And these daily readings, it's not going to be for everyone. So take what resonates, leave the rest. This feels like a very specific situation as well. Sometimes people who watch me every day, they'll get like a personal reading out of the daily reading. So, couple of spots left for the 6-month 2020 forecast. I think there are like legit like 4 spots left. I might release some more, but they won't be the pre-orders. They will just be for the regular 2020 forecast. We'll see how busy things get. But also take advantage of the 1-question ratings that you'll get the answer to this weekend. And I did release some 30-minute readings. I have some openings the last week in October. So if you would like to get a reading done, or you feel like you need to get a reading in the next couple of weeks, there you go. Scorpio, your birthday special is available. Yay, finally. I forgot to mention that yesterday. So Scorpio, your birthday special. Libra, your birthday special is still available as well. Have a wonderful day, you guys. Bye.